is a series of balloons launched by the French Met Office in Toulouse, and the balloons climb at the normal rate with an M20 radio sonde, and it is returned back on a glider. And if you look at the tracks, you'll see that the balloon ascends in a normal sort of pattern, and then has a best glide rate once the glider is released, and then once it gets near the Toulouse Met Office, it then spirals its way down to a landing on the ground. And this is about a series of 5 of these trips out. So this is the first one that I've recorded, and you can see it lands back at the Met Office. And this is the next one that's landed at the Met Office, and we'll zoom back out to have a look at its track, and you see it spirals down as it returned, and then there's a long glide path back, and then there's the normal ascent path. And if we follow through, you'll see there's the ascent path, and then the straight line as it returns on best glide back towards Toulouse, and then spiraling down to a landing at the Met Office in Toulouse. The balloons, I think, the glider part of it has been produced by a Swiss group, and the idea is to make the radio sondes reusable and not have to litter the countryside with bits of radio sonde or fill up the sea. Although most of the French ones from Toulouse will land on the land. I've been to and collected a few of them in the past. Which is quite exciting to get an M20, because in the UK we don't see very many M20 radio sondes. And this is the next one in the blue, and you can see the spiral as it lands. Zoom back out again, looking at the altitude as it goes up and up. And I'm not very good at manipulating the Google Earth, but I've downloaded the tracks from SondeHub, and then get the data from the JSON file, convert it into a CSV file, and then extract the longitude, latitude, and altitude, and then produce a KLM file, KML file from that to import into Google Earth. So that's how it's done. Quite simple, really. Converting the JSON file is a bit temperamental, because sometimes there are some odd bits in it, and because they're reusing the sondes, it can be a big file spanning a number of days. So you have to extract the day by day to get a nice plot on the Google Earth. And this is looking at it, spinning it round, and I managed to get a successful spin there, and you see it spiral down to a landing in Toulouse. An excellent piece of work by the Swiss and the French, and it's just a shame that the British aren't doing any experiments on the same, or at least if they are, they're not being publicised. And this is great that it's publicly available on the internet for any interested person to have a look at. And I think this is an excellent piece of work. And finally, the last one, the green one, which was today on the 30th of September. A lovely spiral down there. The green shows up really well, a sort of lurid green, but there we are. And that's it. Spin it round a bit. You see how straight the return line is as it does best glide. And then it starts the spiral once it gets near the Met Office in Toulouse. Now looking at it from the Pyrenees, and I will be told off about this by the keen video people. But anyway, thanks ever so much if you survived this long for looking, and I wish you all the best from G4VFL 73.